The Prince of Persia series is a classic in the realm of video games, and throughout the years it's seen many revamps, remakes and reboots since its debut on the gaming scene in 1989. None would be bigger than when Ubisoft acquired the rights to the franchise in 2001, and they would shoot their shot by developing and releasing Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time across 6th generation platforms in 2003. It not only proved to be a title that defines the action-adventure genre, but it also serves as a testament to the innovation and creativity of the very talented team who brought it to life. The Sands of Time managed to cement its place in gaming folklore by seamlessly blending together fluid parkour movements, cutting-edge time manipulating mechanics, stylish and acrobatic combat, and a captivating story worth retelling to create an unforgettable experience. The game introduces players to a majestic world inspired by ancient Persia, and at the center of it is the young prince who serves as the charismatic and naive protagonist.
Excuse me.
Fate would have it that the prince discovers a mystical artifact known as a Dagger of Time that materializes as the game's defining feature, given it has the power to manipulate time. The dagger does more than just appear as a mere gimmick, as it fundamentally transforms how players interact with the environment. Its main ability allows the prince to rewind time, which creates opportunities for redemption when contending with platforming challenges or frustrating enemies, and the best way to describe it is like being a cat with 9 lives. Another thing to consider is how truly remarkable this mechanic integrates itself within the narrative. The prince's use of the dagger seamlessly intertwines with the unfolding story, in turn creating a euphoric mixture between gameplay and storytelling that established a benchmark not so easily replicated. The game's story unravels as a captivating recounting of events narrated by the prince himself, who is deceived into unleashing a terrifying evil resulting in severe consequences. The journey is filled with unexpected twists and turns, keeping the story exciting and suspenseful, all while listening to the prince's witty dialogue in the process.
Why am I talking to myself?
A highlight throughout is the chemistry between the prince and the enigmatic Princess Farah, as their evolving relationship adds an emotional depth to the story, with moments of humor and introspection making them both feel authentic and relatable.
You were worried about me keeping up. I'll cover you.
Please don't. You're liable to hit me.
Visually, The Sands of Time is a spectacle that continues to hold its own, even in an era dominated by groundbreaking graphics. From the very beginning, players are thrusted into the fray and treated to an impressive display of athleticism as the prince navigates the beautifully designed palace walls with an elegance that was unrivaled at the time. The animations are not just beautiful to observe, they have a functional purpose, with making every jump, flip and wall run feel responsive and immersive. The level design is a triumph of thoughtful craftsmanship, with every inch of every area purposefully designed, achieving a graceful balance between challenging puzzles and thrilling platforming sections that are uniquely put together to keep players on their toes. Exploration is rewarded through discovering hidden chambers, secret passages, and additional lore that enriches the overarching narrative, with the world encouraging you to delve deeper. In terms of the combat, it becomes clear early on that it is not the central focus, as it isn't as complex compared to some action-dedicated titles. However, it does possess its own charm. The prince's acrobatic maneuvers impressively transition into the combat well, adding a variety of ways to deal with different enemy types and requiring players to take several strategic approaches in order to dispatch them. The Dagger of Time can play an instrumental role during encounters, with the ability to slow down and rewind time, giving the prince the edge, and being able to execute satisfying special attacks that make quick work of opponents. The combat animations maintain the same level of fluidity and elegance seen in the platforming segments, which enhances the overall coherence of the game. Moreover, the game's soundtrack, composed by Stuart Chatwood, perfectly complements the Persian setting well, with it enhancing the sense of adventure and heightening the tension when the stakes are high. The ambient sounds, like the clinking of the prince's weapons to the echoing footsteps in the palace, magnifies the audio experience and presents a more immersive presence within the game's environment. Beyond the individual elements, what truly sets The Sands of Time apart is the synergy between all its components. The narrative, gameplay mechanics, visual design, and sound combine so well together to achieve a perfect equilibrium that ensures that no single aspect overshadows one another to deliver a cohesive and interactive adventure. To sum it up, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is a divine gem in the gaming industry that even years after its release continues to inspire developers and fascinate players. If you're yet to experience it, I couldn't recommend it enough, and if you haven't played it in a long while, there's always time for a nostalgic trip back into the world of ancient Persia. Here's hoping that the remake announced back in 2020 does indeed one day see the light of day, but until then, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.